Hi everyone, and a big welcome to the relaunch of Toolroom TV, filmed here at Toolroom HQ. So every month we're going to be joined by some of our biggest artists from the label. They're going to be telling us what they've been up to, answering your questions, and then they're going to jump on the decks for a 60-minute mix. And for this episode, we're very, very excited to be joined by one of our favourite duos. It's Leftwing Cody. So thanks very much for joining us, guys. Hope you're both well.
All good.
Good. Let's get stuck straight into some questions, okay? So you guys have been part of the firm for a few years now. We're on our third release, just landed on the label, and you've got a lot of massive gigs under your belt. But let's take things back to the beginning, so when it all really started. Way back, before Leftwing Cody, when it was just John and Chris. Mm-hmm. Can you tell us how you guys first met?
So we met on the London DJ circuit. We are both were running into each other at the same parties that we were playing at. Both producers in our own right. I had a radio show on Pirate Radio way back when, and I was playing a lot of John stuff. And then we were on the phone sharing different ideas about production and stuff like that. And then we just decided that we should probably get in the studio one day together and see what happens. And then that's kind of been it really from, God, what was that, about 11 years ago?
More than that, maybe.
12 years ago. So yeah, and they've just from there, it's been working. So
there was a big struggle before that, though.
Oh yeah,
God,
there was.
It's graft. It's
yeah.
get to that point when
I'm really papering over it a little bit. I mean, there was some real tough times.
I mean, you ignored me for 4 years. Let's not forget that.
So you were talking about how you guys met, on the London scene. How did that affect you as producers? How did that influence you? Is it still a part of what you do now? Kind of growing up within that in the London scene?
Yeah, I mean, in the beginning, it was just everything, You just, went out for the weekend, come home, soak all the music in the week, get your head together, probably take till about Thursday, and then kind of get in music, so.
And musically, what kind of stuff was you into then?
It was progressive back then.
Progressive influence.
Progressive electro. Look, when I got into house music, electro was the thing, and minimal. You had electro as
that was the tech house.
That was
basically,
the tech house at the time.
And progressive come about, and it was the emotion in that music that really kind of got me. Yeah, but it was progressive for a long time.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and that's what we started off producing together.
It's a shame we was just no good at it.
Well, that and all, but I mean, we did have feedback from Hardwell and
yeah,
Nicky Romero.
they said next year, mate.
They did. Well, they basically wanted us to make it more. At the term was just being coined EDM, and it was about the break becoming more dubstep. They're like, oh, you guys' breaks are great, but when you get to this point, you need to make it more. I'm like, that's not what we're doing, That's.
Yeah, that's when it changed, isn't it? When it all of a sudden, progressive was just a really nice sound, and within a month, it was like, where is this going?
Yeah.
We were just making this music that we just didn't even know what we was doing anymore.
Yeah.
But there was that one. I remember there was a one day when we sat down and probably drunk about 2-3 bottles of wine, and was like, you know what? This is it. I was like, I'm done with this. I can't do music anymore. Chris had I think you just had your second kid, just had Raph.
No,
was it Carmen?
It was Carmen. No, it was, you're right.
It was Raph,
yeah,
and I was just like, can't do this anymore. But we was like, you know what, we'll try one more time. Just switch it up. Let's just go with, we kind of could hear this kind of garagey sound coming through. So we was like, let's just go with it.
Wicked. And did you really see an influx in things like bookings, gigs, other labels?
Not instantly. It took a while. It took a couple releases until, we did that, and then we did a track called You Were, which really done well. I think it smashed the Deep House charts, and I think got number 2 or something like that. And it was after that track we started getting interest in bookings. So then it was like, I was weighing it up, I was looking at the gigs coming in, and I wasn't earning that much because I was in quite a good job. And I really I was unsure about leaving work, but I just did. I thought, you know what, if I don't do this now, I'm probably never going to do it. So just left.
I think it was probably an easier decision for me because, as I was saying, the jobs I was doing before were just in between jobs. It was nothing that I'd really ever committed to. I put all my eggs in the basket of music. So John definitely had a lot more to lose than I did financially and that kind of stuff, taking risks. But yeah, as soon as he was on board and he was like, look, you know, let's go for it. I had the same mentality as like, you know, I'd rather take this leap and jump in here at this point than look back in 5 years and go, that was the point and we missed it. You know, because you can.
It's rare they come about, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, we've been in the scene a long time now, and you get those little influxes of where the limelight's on you, and it's rare, you know. It happens twice, 2-3 times in 10 years.
Nice. And you talk about this sort of the time and the fact that you've been together quite a long time.
Yeah.
How does that work? How does the relationship work between you guys working together? You know, are you sick of each other after quite a long time in the studio, on tour?
Yeah.
You're obviously quite close as friends.
In the beginning, you know, we was studio together, touring together. Like, you know, you know, he'd see me more than he see his wife and kids. It was like that. It was
a job. It was. Like we were literally spending as much time as we could getting tunes done and getting ahead of the game, and then being away at the weekends together. It was full on.
Yeah, and then maybe 3 years ago, I just took a step back and I was like, I don't know, I wasn't happy in music. It wasn't making me happy. It was actually doing the opposite, you know. It was, you know. So I was like, look, I don't want to tour anymore. I'm a bit better at making music than you. Let me just go in the studio and you go on tour.
Yeah.
So we kind of put that to our manager, put it to the promoters, and it kind of, they went for that. So it's been about 2-3 years now doing that.
Yeah.
It's good that you can have a balance of things working.
I'm telling you, like, when we first discussed it, you know, it was like, oh, we're knocking this on the head, or what we're doing. And we spoke to our managers. Like, I don't think that needs to be the be all and end all now. Let's just be honest with everybody and explain to them, you know, what's happening. We're working to our strengths. I don't mind being away. I don't mind doing the DJ and stuff. Traveling, like I could see it was taking a toll on John. Especially,
it can be pretty intense.
Oh yeah,
people don't realise it. They see the lifestyle, see DJs, glitz, but
there's a different side of it, you know, and you do just see that Instagram life of this is all the good bits, because no one's ever going to show you the bad bits of what's happening in their life. That's just the way things work. And I think I dragged John on the last Australia tour, and I think that's kind of what.
Yeah, that was it, mate. That was it.
That's what
one thing. What was your saving grace is that you could sleep on a plane.
Yeah, that was it.
And that was for me. I'm on a plane. It's like I can't sleep, so I'm awake for 48 hours, and Chris is just
I'm asleep,
snoring like you would not believe.
No problem.
I used to like record him snoring and then play it to him, and he'd wake up scared.
I'm like, what's that?
What is that? I'm like, that's you. That's what I have to live with. Like we did in the beginning. We shared a hotel once, and I was like, never again. I'm staying in a hotel with you.
The insight is to.
I can hear him. I can even hear him through the wall sometimes in a hotel that has padded. You know, like the expensive hotel, and you can hear him snoring through the wall. There's probably a couple next door having sex. I can't even hear them. I just hear him. I mean, they're probably not having sex because they can hear you. You know what I mean?
But it worked. But do you know what? It's working.
It's working now. Yeah, you know.
And you know, when we were in the studio, John was always driving. Like, you know, because there's only one mouse and one keyboard and stuff. And we still sit down and we get ideas out, and then John will finish them off. And then when I'm on tour, I'm coming off an airplane, and I've got 2 new tracks to play.
It's been absolutely amazing to sit down with you guys outside of the club environment. It's a very rare thing that we don't often get the chance to do. But what we want to do is we want to turn the tables and shine the light a little bit individually on you, and see how well Leftwing and Kody actually know each other. Okay? Are you up for the challenge?
Yeah, cool, man.
I guess.
Always.
Okay, so what is John's favourite album of all time? I think it's going to be NWA Straight Outta Compton, because Dr. Dre is his favourite producer.
So, what is Chris's musical guilty pleasure? Right, we've got 3 names down here. To be fair, he probably likes them all. But I'm going to go with Little Mix.
Which celebrity would John most like to meet? Dr. Dre, I think, because Dr. Dre is his favourite producer.
What job would Chris like to be if he wasn't a DJ? So you got film director, restaurant owner, and A&R. It's a tough one with this because he'd probably like to be all of these, but I'm going to go with A&R. because he runs Lost Records and he does the A&R for us.
What is John's biggest fear? Oh, that has to be being alone in the dark. He doesn't like being in like scary hotels and stuff like that. So it's definitely being alone in the dark for that one.
Okay, what is Chris's #1 club to play at? So on here we have got Spy Bar, Chicago, Watergate and Sankey's, Ibiza. I'm gonna go with Watergate.
Where was John's first ever DJ gig? I think that this was at the Ministry of Sound, Room 3. You go first, John.
Okay.
Right.
What is John's favourite album of all time?
I picked NWA.
You don't know me at all.
Because of the Dr. Dre connection.
Yeah, but no.
No, what was it?
It was Eminem, Marshall Mathers LP.
Oh.
To be fair, NWA I did like that, but it's a bit before my time, you see.
Yeah.
So.
I was probably my age then, giving that away.
But Jay-Z Blueprint was on there as well, which is also a great album.
Yeah, yeah.
I've got all of these albums actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you haven't got them on vinyl though, like me, old timer.
Yeah, exactly.
What is Chris's musical guilty pleasure? What did you pick?
Little Mix.
You did, yes! Result.
Did I put Little Mix?
I think you must have.
Oh yeah, I did put Little Mix.
Yeah, because I'm always singing it in the studio.
Yeah.
The other options are JLS and Ollie Murs, but...
I could hear you listen to all of them. All right, so which celebrity would John most like to meet? Shall I go through them first?
Okay. Say who they are, because I know.
Okay, so we got David Attenborough,
Right.
which is an absolute ledge. Who would meet him? The Rock or Dr. Dre?
Dre, definitely, because he's your favourite producer.
I love The Rock as well.
Why?
I don't know, he's got a nice charisma.
That's a weird one, The Rock.
Have you seen his films though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which makes me question it even more.
He's a good actor, man. He's a good all-rounder. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right, anyway.
So it's not because of his wrestling?
No, I didn't know him when we were wrestling.
Oh, right, okay.
Again, showing your age.
What job would Chris like to do if he wasn't a DJ? What did you say about this?
I said A&R, because you do a good job with Lost Records.
Oh yes, see, that's nice. That wasn't what I would have put down. No, I put film director because of my love of film. Understand?
I wouldn't want you to film direct my films because then there would be no Rock in it.
And The Rock would be, Rock would be in them. Oh, the other answer was restaurant owner.
When Mikey asked me yesterday,
Yeah.
I was going to put Salad Dodger. Professional salad dodger.
But I have got qualifications in that as well.
You're good at it.
So
you're a good salad
I'm
dodger.
very. If I could get paid for that, I mean, I'd give up DJing.
So, what is John's biggest fear?
That was definitely alone in the dark for sure.
I'm 36. Yeah. I've got no shame in saying I'm a bit scared of the dark.
What happened with Callie's?
Yeah. So the other day, it was so dark. I had to steal my daughter's nightlight. Dad's got to see, Dad's gonna go to get you.
It's not about seeing. It's about being scared of the spirits. Do you remember that hotel in Manchester?
Yeah. It's a joke. We stayed in this hotel and literally it was like from the 17th century. And I was like, this don't feel right. There's something eerie going on.
He turned the paintings around on the wall so they were
all these weird paintings of anyway. And then I looked on the internet, it's like, yeah, this hotel's haunted, many rooms. And I was just like, I ain't staying here. Went to an after party till 8 in the morning. Just took my bag and went home. No chance. I'm staying there.
That was brilliant. Okay, what is Chris's #1 club to play at? Spy Bar, Chicago, Watergate, or Sankey's Ibiza, which are all pretty.
Yeah, I picked Watergate.
Yeah, definitely.
That one set we did. That was a
7
good
years
set.
ago?
When we went there, actually, because the set was at 6 in the morning, so we tried to sleep. We got there like 12 and thought, let's go to the hotel and sleep. We
went to the club about 5 in the morning, and the guy that was running the night just kept coming up to us. We were supposed to play 2 hours.
Yeah,
and just kept saying, keep playing. And then it got to the point where
we nearly missed our flight.
Yeah, we had to leave because there was a plane to catch.
What was John's first ever DJ gig?
I picked Ministry of Sound Room 3 because that was very specific.
Yeah. That's where a lot of DJs play, but it wasn't that. It was 54 in London. And I couldn't even remember this yesterday. I had to really think about it.
Rack your brain.
Yeah, but it was.
It could have been, yeah, it might not have been, but it sounds
It
good.
was.
If Chris was played by an actor in a film, who would he want it to be? Who did you say?
Russell Crowe.
For any particular reason?
Just because he's like rugged.
Oh, yes.
No other reason
That's
apart
it.
from that. You know what I mean? Rugged. You got a beard, he's got a beard.
He's got a beard.
Is that not who you're trying to look like?
Yeah, obviously. The other answers were Ryan Reynolds, which would have been a good one.
I
They
do
called
like him.
Deadpool,
Yeah, he's
and Jim Carrey, which is actually what I picked because I'm a rubber-faced idiot.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's it.
Sweet.
So I feel it, easily one of 2019's biggest anthems. The official follow-ups just dropped, Without You with Camden Cox. Festival anthem written all over it. Can you tell us the kind of the idea and the vibe of the record?
So the idea come about because Camden sent me the a cappella. Instantly I was like, love this, is a wicked hook. But I just heard something melodic on it, you know, we're not known for that. You know, the only kind of melodic track we've done is I Feel It. So, you know, talking about progressive before, I just wanted to kind of make that Toolroom track that we always wanted to make. Basically the track that we sent you over and over again. You can turn it down.
Today.
Just reignited that project.
Yeah, basically.
We found that project file.
No, but it was yeah, we kind of, the direction we're going in is a bit more melodic, and yes, it feels really good. You know, I've always been into music that had a bit more emotion.
Yeah.
So it just was that, you know, her voice kind of remind me of that kind of Euphoria days, you know, early 90s,
that
and
era, wasn't it?
with the right reverb and the right kind of pads, it just felt like it could be that style track, you know, quite
It's
euphoric.
interesting how it started, because obviously sometimes people write an instrumental, get vocals.
Yeah.
You get sent a vocal on that one and
And
get
that's-
inspired by
Yeah,
that.
That's what triggered
right.
it,
Yeah. Well, I've done a few sessions with Camden, but that's the best thing that's come out of, you know, working with her. So, yeah, really happy with how it's turned out.
It's been fantastic. The reception so far has been unbelievable. So it's another one of those things where it was like, you know, no expectations about it. Didn't know, you know, just made it. And
That's key, isn't it?
Of
Right?
course.
Yeah.
With trying not to feel pressure that
Yeah.
you're trying to write something.
That's exactly it, you know, and no expectations, and it's just gone so
Yeah, I mean,
amazingly so far.
we knew we had to follow up on Toolroom, and you know, I couldn't sit there and think, right, I'm going to do a follow-up, because it just wouldn't work like that. It just was natural. And it's nice, like I didn't, you know, as much as I love the piano and I love Piano House, I just didn't want to do another piano record.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I think we would have been doing ourselves a disservice if we'd completely gone in the same vein as I Feel It. You know, if we did that, then it would have been kind of like, oh, you just made the same record again with a different vocal over the top of it.
which I did try.
Oh no, yeah. Well, I mean, you know, but at the end of the day, it's what's come out of
Yeah.
this particular kind of session
it's
was
great.
more natural and, you know, something.
And its
that-
direction is like really, now I feel really comfortable going into this year where I want to take the sound. We both agree on it, like this is the way we're going.
As far as
you both love that you've always
Yeah, we've always loved it.
It's
I
something
mean,
that we can go back to and reference. And I can go and play the kind of more melodic stuff and not necessarily just be that kind of tech house duo.
This is
and
it.
John's got that freedom in the studio as well to just go to different places that, you know,
You don't get in tech house, you know.
Yeah,
you just,
and also
you just
that
can't
he said
do
we
it.
just didn't really get the chance to kind of show our abilities in that sound when we broke through because it was on a different genre. But we're just trying to show people that, you know, this is a type of sound that we kind of really enjoyed making many years ago.
Well, it's a massive track. I think it's going to be really, really big for this year.
Thank
So,
you.
well done, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Nice one, Pete.
So huge thanks for joining us, guys, back on the relaunch of Toolroom TV. It's been amazing having you here, and thanks for giving the guys just a nice, honest interview, a real insight to what it's like being Leftwing and Cody. Don't forget, guys, stay tuned. We'll be back soon with another one of our big artists from the label for the next episode of Toolroom TV. One final thing I just want to say. is there a possibility that we could change this duo to maybe a trio? Thinking maybe.
Oh, yes! We're in! You get a great jumper,
You know what I mean?
you're in.
You know what? If you get a beard, you can just take the place of me.
You can come and talk! It's the duck!
We're in.
Love it. Brilliant, mate. Thanks very much, mate.
Nice one, Kody. Mate.
Come back. Come back.
go ahead and get loose, cause you know you gotta move, get hype. When you feel it, get hype, don't feel it now. Bass bad, percussion is unmatched. Beat bang, make you wanna hit that, go ahead and get loose, cause you know you gotta move, get hype. When you feel it, get hype, don't feel it now. Bass bad, percussion is unmatched. Beat bang, make you wanna hit that, go ahead and get loose, cause you know you gotta move, get hype. When you feel it, get hype, don't feel it now. Get hyped, don't feel it now. Bass bad, percussion is unmatched. Beat bang, make you wanna hit that. Go ahead and get loose, cause you know you gotta move. Get hyped, when you feel it, get hyped, don't feel it now. Bass bad, percussion is unmatched. Beat bang, make you wanna hit that. Go ahead and get loose, cause you know you gotta move. Get hyped, when you feel it, get hyped, don't feel it now. Get hyped, when you feel it. Get hyped, don't feel it now. I get hyped. Get hype. When you feel it, get hype. Don't feel it now. Get hype. When you feel it, get hype. Don't feel it now. Bass bad, percussion is unmatched. Beat bang, make you wanna hit that. Go ahead and get loose, cause you know you gotta move. Get hype. When you feel it, get hype. Don't feel it now. Bass bad, percussion is unmatched. Beat bang, make you wanna hit that. Go ahead and get loose, cause you know you gotta move. Get hype. When you feel it, get hype. Don't feel it now. Bass bad, percussion is unmatched. Beat bang, make you wanna hit that. Go ahead and get loose, cause you know you gotta move. Get hype. When you feel it, get hype. Don't feel it now. Bass bad, percussion is unmatched. Beat bang, make you wanna hit that. Go ahead and get loose, cause you know you gotta move. Get hype. When you feel it, get hype. Don't feel it now. Down, 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 down. I get hype down. I get hype down. Hype down. I get hype down. I get hype. Get hype. I get hype. 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 When I feel the groove, cause I know that I really gotta move. I get hype. Get hype. When you feel it, get hype. Don't feel it now. Get hype. When you feel it, get hype. When you feel it, get hype. Don't feel it now. Bass bad, percussion is unmatched. Beat bang, make you wanna hit that. Go ahead and get loose, cause you know you gotta move. Get hype. When you feel it, get hype. Don't feel it now. Bass bad, percussion is unmatched. Beat bang, make you wanna hit that. Go ahead and get loose, cause you know you gotta move. Get hype. When you feel it, get hype. Don't feel it now. Get hype. When you feel it, get hype. Don't feel it now. I get hype. I get hype. Get hype. Get hype.
These are the powers of your mind. The powers of self-derivatives, the powers of superlatives, the powers of grandeur. These are the powers of choice. Choosing leaders, choosing loved ones, choosing moments, choosing truths, choosing to be yourself truly unto thought. Self. Power. These are the powers of thought. Freedom of thought. Dictations of the dictation, the gravity that pulls you down, thinking upon your thoughts because you thought in a thought of thoughts. These are the powers. These are the powers of your mind. These are the powers of love. to move and achieve, to welcome all forms, no matter what it is, to be the creed that will be decreed.
Gotta get you back here, 'cause I don't think I could call it love without you, baby.